My wife's movie club watched Searching for Bobby Fischer. The movie is based on a true story of Josh Waitzkin when he was young and leading to his winning of the National Chess Championship, the Poe versus Waitzkin. Throughout the film, footage is shown and questions are asked about Bobby Fischer, who is a chess legend. The idea of the film is the chess community is searching for the next Bobby Fischer, and it could be Josh. The film raises questions about what it takes to be a master in any field and if the sacrifice is worth it. And it illustrates some of the struggle of parents to support and develop their talented children with many voices and opinions on what is best. I find the father in this movie interesting. Looking at fatherhood through him, we can ask what moves were made to encourage his son, what moves were made to reassure his son, and what strategy was used to allow his son the best chances to succeed. Were these moves and strategies effective, or do we need to find others? Josh first plays chess in the park and loses, but his mother is surprised how he picked up the game without ever having played it. The parents recognize he has great natural talent and want to see him develop it. Vinny, Lawrence Fishburne's character, plays chess in the park and becomes a mentor to Josh. Josh's father, Fred, takes him to Bruce Pandolfini, a former chess tutor who has had success teaching other great chess players. Excluding the father, everyone in the film is convinced their opinion is the best, and usually this means that they should be listened to. For chess, Bruce and Vinny conflict in style and strategy of chess, each believing their advice should be the one that Josh adopts to make him great. Fred also gets a lot of judgment and opinions on his parenting. Fred is not a chess champion, his interests lay elsewhere, but he sacrifices to give his son the best chance he can get. He pays for a tutor. He takes him to tournaments, sometimes takes him over a week at a time. He supports him the best he can. He also encourages him and drives him to be better, even pushing him to win like he would if he were playing another sport like baseball. Bonnie, Fred's wife and Josh's mother, her concern is that Josh may be corrupted if he's driven too hard. She doesn't want his decency driven out of him just to be a great chess player. Is this the price of being a champion? If winning is so important, what will he be willing to do to win? He may lose his love for the game, or worse, he may become a bad person in the process of winning. Bruce's concern is that he doesn't have the discipline or the killer instinct. He tells him Bobby Fischer was great because of his contempt for others. Fred pushes him in the same direction, but also makes sure Josh understands he doesn't need to win or play at all. He just wants him to strive and to work to be the best he can. To the father, winning means the accomplishment. Josh's school teacher believes she knows what is best for Josh, but can't articulate her beliefs. She accuses Fred, Josh's father, of taking him to lots of places, but only seeing the insides of hotels. When we watched this movie, we had a really different reaction to how Fred responded to this teacher. I personally think he was perfectly justified. The teacher was out of line and clueless. It seems like everybody else knows what should be done, how much time is appropriate, and when he should play with who, etc., all those things. All in all, despite all the criticism he faces, Fred's parenting style is the best you can hope for. He's supportive, he's encouraging, he does what he can to motivate his son. He considers other people's perspectives and responds accordingly. He loves his son and allows his son to make decisions, but not without thinking them through. A great part of this film is every character who raises their voice has their opinion challenged in one way or another. Some characters learn and grow and some do not. Fred, the father, and Bruce, the chess coach or tutor, are portrayed as the ones who change the most, and both for the better. They listen to voices of reason. They ignore others. They try new things and determine their worth. The rest are kind of stuck in their own views. Similarly, Josh is influenced by all the voices around him. The climatic chess match is an illustration of Josh's independent voice, where he moves and plays in his own style different from both of his mentors. In some instances, he agrees with them, and in others, he does not. Both mentors are displayed as trying to mentally get him to choose their style or logic, and Josh responds in his own way. Josh is displayed positively. He's fair, caring, and refuses to give up his humanity in order to be a champion. Josh appears to have defined champion differently than just wins or loses. Does this prevent him from becoming a grandmaster like Bobby Fischer? You may have heard the phrase, a jack of all trades is a master of none. But the full quote is, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oft times better than a master of one. What is the price one will pay for being great in one thing? It is a question worth asking because it's all about the trade-offs. Weigh the cost before the decision is made. One example of trade-off was when Josh first started playing chess. Josh loses the chess game with his dad, and now his dad doesn't think he's that good. Josh was weighing the cost. Do I hurt my dad's feelings and win the game, or lose and let him keep his pride? He chooses his father's feelings over the win. In the end, the story seems to suggest Josh weighed the cost of what it would look like to be a chess grandmaster and decided he was more interested in being compassionate, fair, without animosity towards others, and to have a more balanced life. So the search for Bobby Fischer continues.
Tell me, is the next Bobby Fischer somewhere in this room?